Hi everyone, welcome back to Catherine's Plates, where it's always simple, easy, and delicious. And today, do I have that for you? I'm going to show you how to make an easy cherry Coca-Cola chocolate cake. We're going to make it using a cake box mix here, and it's going to have a delicious frosting to go with it. So if you're ready for this one, it's going to happen really fast. Let's go! First thing we're going to do is get our cherries ready. Now this is a 10-ounce jar of maraschino cherries, and they have the stems on them. It's kind of very important to have the stems on them towards the end of our recipe, and you'll see why. So what I'm going to do is just pull out 15 cherries. We're going to cut these into quarters. Keep the juice, we're going to be using that. So I'm going to go ahead and put 15 of these back in the jar for right now. So it might be best to have 2 jars of cherries to do what we need to do here. I'm just pulling the stems off. We got another jar here. I'm going to go ahead and pat these dry. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just cut these in half. And then cut the halves in half till you have 4 pieces for each cherry. Like that there. Now if you want to add more cherries to this, you can certainly do that. If you feel like that's not going to be enough, add more cherries. Now what I'm going to do is place these in a large bowl. To our cherries, we're going to add 1 box of a Devil's Food cake mix. Now we're just going to add the dry mix. We don't want to add any of the ingredients found on the back of the package, all right? Now this is a 15.25 ounce size box. Oh, it smells good. Nice and chocolatey. And to that, I've got some cherry Coca-Cola. We're going to add 1.5 cups. This is going to serve as all the liquid. We're going to take an electric hand mixer, and I'm going to beat this for about 2 minutes until we get a nice smooth batter. Alright, we got a nice smooth batter here. We're going to go ahead and get our pan ready. We are going to be using a 9x9 baking pan or dish. I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray. Now the spray that I have has flour in it, and that aids in releasing the cake from your pan. You can even grease your pan, add some flour to it, and shake it around. If you're using a dark cake like we are, you can even put some cocoa powder in there and shake it around, and that way you don't see the white flour on your cake. Whichever works for you. Alright, we're going to go ahead now and add the batter to our pan. I'm just going to even out the batter here. Get all that extra off of there. That's the difference between a piece and no piece for somebody. And just wipe off anything that's on the sides. We don't have burnt cake on the edges there. We're going to place this in our oven that's been preheating at 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. We are going to do the toothpick test to make sure that the cake is done. And what it'll do is pull away from the sides a little bit. And I'm going to cool this completely, and then we're going to start making our delicious frosting that we're going to incorporate something cherry into it. Okay, I'll be back. In the meantime, make sure that you are subscribing to my channel if you are new. Give me a comment down below. Don't forget my thumbs up, and make sure that you are sharing this video with family and friends. Okay, our cake is nice and cooled down. I've cooled it inside the pan. In a medium bowl, I have 1 cup of butter that has been softened. Okay, we're going to put in 1/3 cup of the maraschino cherry juice that came from the jar. We're going to add that. Then we're going to start incorporating 3 cups of powdered sugar into this mixture here, and I'm going to do it like 1/2 cup at a time. And make sure you start on a low setting. And we're going to do that until we get it all combined. All right, I'm going to take off the beaters here. Somebody's very excited for my cherry buttercream frosting here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want this one right here?
I was just going to take them and put them in the sink.
Oh,
that's all.
Do y'all believe him? Look at that color, that nice pink. I don't know if you can see that, but oh my goodness. Okay, to get to this stage here, if your frosting is too thick, you can add a little bit of milk to thin it out. And if it's too thin, you can just add some more powdered sugar until you get to this nice frosting consistency here. What we're going to do is take this and we're going to evenly spread it all over the cake here. That's all going on there. Have a nice layer.
What? All of it?
All of it.
Oh man, that is so wrong.
There you go.
Oh, I got a little bit.
All right, I'm going to use an offset spatula here. So we want to just take this to the very edge. It shouldn't go over the edge of your cake, okay? It should be a thick frosting here. What we're going to do at this time is take a large knife, and we're just going to score the frosting into our sections of cake that we want to serve. We're not going to cut through the cake at this point, so I'm just using a knife to kind of score it. So what we're going to do is take those cherries that we saved that had the stems on them, and we're going to place them on each piece of the cake here that was scored. So I've just got some paper towels here, and I'm taking the cherries that we saved that had the stems on them, and I'm just going to dab them on the paper towel here, get some excess juice off, and then we're just going to place it on each piece of cake there, like that. Okay, we're going to take some chocolate and a shaver here, and we're going to shave chocolate all over this cake. Now you can dust this with like cocoa powder if you want to do that, or if you have some chocolate sprinkles. Okay, I'm going to place this in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes so that this frosting can set up. That cherry flavor and that buttercream, oh my gosh, it is so delicious. That cake is so moist, and it's very delicious. What? Look at that crumb right there. All right, Are you making this one? Who likes cherry and chocolate? I put it together in my cherry Coca-Cola chocolate cake with that cherry buttercream frosting. All right, you saw how easy that was to make. Make sure that you comment down below, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're sharing this one with family and friends. Don't leave them out. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification so you'll always know when my shows are posted. All right, yes, my husband is behind the camera right now, ready for his piece. I will see you on the next episode.